Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Good morning. Good to see all of you. Appreciate you coming out. What we have here is a Honda GC V170. I got the gang here. We're going to discuss this fine looking machine. The Hilo Romeo November 216. First, let me motivate. 50 plus 9. So, yesterday afternoon, I advertised a Turo with a 725 Briggs engine. It was a smart stow with the bag. I advertised it at 3 o'clock. By 5:30, it was gone. I got this in trade. We'll discuss that. So I had probably 4 messages on it. One guy said, I can come out now. I says, do you have a dead mower? He says, I've got a Honda, but the deck is cracked. I hit a stump. So I thought, okay, maybe it's one of those older plastic composite decks, and he cracked the deck. So I says, yeah, I'll take it in on trade. I didn't give him a price, but in my mind, I thought if it's a Honda, at least I can give him 50 credit for it. So he gets here in an SUV. I didn't even see this. He had it in the back. So he looked at the Turo, tested it, was pleased with the recycler. So he says, let me show you what I have to trade. So we got it out of the CRV, and I didn't see any cracks. I saw first off it was a metal deck, so I thought, well, how do you crack that? I didn't see any damage here. So he flipped it over, and the blades almost bent down to 90 degrees. So I thought, well, I had a price of 50 trade in my mind. I'll just throw that out. I said, I'll give you 50 for it. And he was a little stunned at the low amount. He says, no, that's too low. I says, well, what did you have in mind? He said, at least 120 to 150. I had the Turo listed for 250. So I says, I'll step it up to 150. So he gave me 100 cash in the Honda. I helped him load up the Turo, and he left. So that's where we are. I'll show you what the blade looks like. First off, he said, well, I paid $450 for it. I says, where did you get it? He said, Lowe's. He said it's only a couple years old, but it's actually 4 years old. The bill date here is 2020, and it looks like the 6th month. So June of 2020 on this thing. The Hilo Romeo November 216 Victor Kilo Alpha Alpha. I'll put that down below. So let me shift you over here to the sunny side. So I bought a set of 2 sets of Honda blades. I've already used one set in my scrapper's mower. Cuban guy that delivers to me. He had a older Honda. He hit something too with his double blade system, and I ended up using one set of blades for him. I got one set left. So this is what we're looking at. kind of dangerous, probably hitting the ground right there, bent back. Was hitting a lot of stuff here. This is nicked up pretty bad. So I says, you still got stumps in the yard? And he says, I moved from there. I moved to another place. So he was cutting mattresses or something. What's going on here? So he got some use out of it. The top side looks nice, but you come down here and this thing's been used. So he had a catastrophic strike. Let me get the second set of blades and see if we can remove this, because this thing's gonna vibrate like the dickens and maybe have ground strike. So I'm gonna have to order some more of these replacement blades. Okay, my set's a little thinner than these. The ones that are on it are wider. But it looks like the two holes here are going to match up just by eyeballing it. And it looks like they're the same length. So let's try it. Maybe we won't have the same lift. These seem kind of flat on the replacements. There's more of a lift here on the original set of blades. But what the hell? That's all I got right now, unless I dig out a Honda in the back that has blades on it that match. So my question is, why didn't he just go to Lowe's? I'm sure they carry blades. If they sell the unit new, they should have replacement blades. Why didn't he just go get another set of blades? He was a boat captain, so he must have some experience with engines. Fishing boat captain. He had the lettering all over the CRV. You know, take people out for the day or half day fishing. He doesn't go out for commercial netting or anything like that. He's a day captain. So the Gulf of Mexico is kind of flat. So you got to go out a ways to get to deep water where the fish are, at least 10 miles offshore. There are some artificial reefs out there, railroad, boxcars, other various rubble. There's GPS coordinates for where all this stuff was dumped. So that's where you fish at. Otherwise, the bottom's flat and sandy. Okay, so that, I would call that quite the strike. So I'll be lucky if we don't have a keyway issue or a cracked flywheel. So this is kind of a chance. If it's nothing serious, then we'll do okay. But I figured I got to spend a lot to make a lot. If this was $450 new, maybe I can get 250 to 300. Probably 3. I can get 250 for Turo recyclers with bags with Briggs engines. There may be more demand for the Honda, so maybe 3, 3.5. It's only 4 years old, and the top half looks decent. Paint isn't scuffed or anything. Plastics are shiny. Well, the set seems to bolt on. So the originals were offset a little bit, but for testing purposes, I think this is going to be fine. I just don't want all the imbalance from this thing almost twisted directly around. And there is some Honda numbers on here, so I could Google these, and this one here isn't too bad, but I'd probably just go with a set. Both of them have part numbers on the original ones. So let's check these one more time, tighten them down good. Back and forth. Okay, very tight. So let's flip it back down. Turn on the fuel. And see if we're gonna pass home plate. Let me get it up here on the concrete. Okay. One of the handle clips here was not engaging. The handle was a little wonky, but we got it squared away. So this is the nicest machine I've gotten in a long time. Probably the newest. No, I can't say newest. I get the Power Smarts in. The Power Mowers. Those are a couple years old and blow up. Okay, it's got oil. So that's the mystery. Why didn't he just get some blades and put it on? Like I said, he's a boat captain. He's probably got basic mechanic skills. You got to be able to troubleshoot if you're 25 miles offshore and your boat engine's acting wonky. You know what I mean? You've got 4 or 5 people that have hired you to take you out there. Paid a lot of money. You've got to be able to change spark plugs, so a couple of blades should have been no problem for them. Okay, let's tug on this 2020 Honda. Okay, at least it started, but there seems to be a little bit of a vibration. And I wouldn't think it was because we changed the blade design. So is the adapter wonky. Is the adapter bent maybe? The side that struck it. Threw it off balance. What do you guys think? It's not a terrible imbalance, but it's noticeable. I should probably take the blade off, maybe put a straight edge, see if I can see anything wonky. This I'd have to order online. Lowe's isn't going to have that on the shelf. They just have basic stuff. So what do you guys think? For $150. Let me know below, or you can email me. Tommy.time at Yahoo. Tommy.time. I'm going to have some more self-motivation. I'm probably going to go in and order the right set of blades for this. Take these off. Those go to an older style mower. This is the newest one I've gotten in the Honda lineup. Okay, you guys have a good day. Tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos.